What is going on, everybody? Let's see here. I'm just waiting for people to come in here before we get started. So if you're gonna be watching this video, so if you're gonna be watching the replay of this live stream, make sure to like skip the first few minutes because we're just gonna be waiting for people to come in before I start answering any questions you guys might have so far for this week. So yeah, what is going on, everybody? What is up, Brian? What is up, Shawnee? What is up, Mode? Yeah, thank you for subscribing to me. Um, I'm about to hit 1,000 subscribers. Pretty close. Probably in a few days. I'm getting yeah, pretty close here. It's been a while. I think I've been doing YouTube for like I don't know, 3 months, 4 months. And I'm pretty excited because I know once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be growing a lot faster than I am currently. Let me know what type of videos you guys want to see from me in the future. Like I do a lot of like in-depth videos and like tutorial videos. I'm thinking about doing more like, instead of actually doing more tutorials and stuff like that, I'm thinking about doing videos about like the type of mindset and stuff like that that you have to have if you want to like become successful with pretty much anything you do. The only problem with that is that that video is not going to get that many clicks, but I feel like it's going to be very important for the people who actually watch and follow me. You know, the type of mindset you have to have when you're doing anything you want to do, whether it be Shopify dropshipping, start a business, lose some weight, or pretty much any goal you have to attain. So if you guys have any questions right now, go ahead and put it in the chat box. I'm watching the chat right now. Besides that, no video today. I was really busy last night, so yeah. Brian says, got 5 sales with a new product. Nice. Yeah, that's nice. I hope the stuff that I'm teaching you guys and the videos that I'm putting out is helping you guys. All sales came within the first 2 hours. Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're doing Instagram influencers, they're mostly gonna come from the first few hours. Based on your experience, which is better to drive traffic to your site by using Facebook ads or Instagram influencers, because I still have problems getting traffic. So if you guys are just coming in right now, we're just getting started here. If you have any questions at all, just go ahead and leave them in the comments. So to answer your question, it really depends on your budget. If you don't have that big of a budget, I would definitely start with Instagram influencers. But if you have a bigger budget and you're willing to learn from like people who've actually done Facebook ads before, Facebook ads might be the way to go, but it can be quite expensive, especially when you're first starting, because You're going to have to do a lot of testing, and you're going to have to learn exactly how to do it, or Facebook ads is not going to work for you. And the only way you really learn how to do Facebook ads is by learning from someone else. Otherwise, you're going to have to like spend thousands of dollars just like testing like what actually works. Why not just pay like someone a few $100s and learn all of that at once, and don't have to go through all the like you don't have to go to the trial and error process. Because you guys know, like, if you guys watched my last video, I asked everybody that was watching which is more valuable, time or money, and the majority of the people answered time. And time is a very, very valuable resource, because you can't get time back, or you can't get more time. So when you're trying to become as profitable as possible with your Shopify store real quick, essentially the best way to do that is by saving time, which is by pretty much getting some type of mentorship or knowledge from someone who actually knows what they're doing. That's what I've done, and that's what, like, well, when I first started I didn't do that, but now I'm starting to do that because I've built a decent amount of capital doing my own Shopify stores and learning everything by myself. But to take everything to the next level, um, instead of spending like a month or 2 months trying to learn everything on my own, I just go ahead and pay someone, and then learn from there and implement everything into my business. So if you have a big budget, go with Facebook ads. If you don't have that big of a budget, like most people who are starting, go with Instagram influencers. So there's 10 people watching right now. Let's get this video to 10 likes. How would I go about buying bulk? Is it worth for an influencer that's not that big? Yes, buying in bulk is always worth it when it comes to Instagram influencers. Just trying to look for my water bottle. I kind of lost it. But okay. Buying in bulk is always worth it, because you have like a guaranteed spot there. So it's really, really good to have that on some days where influencers might actually like flake on you, or they forget and stuff like that. A lot of things come up when you're dealing with so many people on a daily basis, and you don't necessarily know who or which influencer you can rely on. So buying in bulk, you get it cheaper and you get a guaranteed spot on their page. So I would definitely do it, especially if it brings you a good return on your investment already. So what other questions do you guys have? I'm just really here for you guys and trying to help you guys out. Probably going to be here for an hour, or it really depends on how many people are actually engaging. If the more engagement we get, the longer I'll stay. But yes, let me know if you guys would like be interested in learning more about Facebook ads. Is that something you guys would want to see on my channel? I really haven't posted any type of like content on Facebook ads at all on my channel besides live streaming. And yeah. Well, the only thing about Facebook ads is that you really have to like understand how everything works, and you have to have like everything built out and ready to go. So like if your website doesn't look good, and all these other factors, there's so many factors that come into play, because once you get the traffic there, that's essentially what Facebook does for you. It gets the traffic there and sends you the buyers. They're not necessarily gonna buy if like your marketing's off, or like website's off, checkout's not working, or the checkout doesn't look right, or there's so many factors. Because a lot of people say they can't do Facebook ads, and I spend $100 and it doesn't work and stuff like that. The only thing is that it's very hard to like teach someone Facebook ads like broadly, because I know that if you go, yeah, if you teach Facebook ads broad on like a video, not too many people are going to have success with that. And I don't want you guys to just like start dumping money into Facebook and losing like hundreds of dollars a day. Okay, so did you buy followers for your niche Instagram page? In the past, I didn't buy followers for my Instagram page, for my Shopify stores, but well, now I do. I only buy like 1,000, so I think it costs like $9.95 or something like that. Um, I really haven't seen much of a difference, but I guess it's kind of like a storefront, because most of the people who actually come to my page, they don't, well, most people don't even come to my page. So, yeah, the way I'm advertising, most people don't even visit my Instagram page. So, it's not that big of a problem. Yes, Facebook ads. Could you make a video on lookalike audiences from Instagram to Facebook? That's pretty simple. See, Facebook has so many like tools and stuff like that, and like if you can't figure out how to make a like lookalike audience, it's gonna be very difficult for you to actually just learn basic Facebook algorithm and how everything works. Yeah. So I can teach you right now real quick, um, but it's pretty simple. If you want to be able to like figure out the simple things, like when you're advertising on Facebook, it's going to be a lot harder than just trying to make a lookalike audience. But pretty much what you do is you go into audiences in the Facebook business account, and then you just go and create a custom audience on the event that you want, um, from your website. So let's say you had 150 purchases on your website from Instagram influencers. What you would do is you would go into the audience in the business manager, and then you would click website actions or something like that, and then you would scroll down and click purchase, and then you would click create custom audience, and then from there you want to create a lookalike audience, which is also in the audience manager, and then you just put the custom audience inside of that lookalike audience, and then that's how you get 2 million people who are closely or related to your purchases from your Instagram data. And I know a lot of you guys are probably confused already because I didn't explain it that well, but it's pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. Whoops. So why all the YouTubers on Shopify have the same kind style of hoodies? Not really, I guess. Hoodies look alike. They're pretty basic, so I like to stay warm, so I like wearing hoodies a lot. Yeah. Do you have a VA currently? No, I do not. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get a VA pretty soon here, because well, first let me tell you why I don't have a VA. So right now I'm not using Oberlo for my Shopify stores. I just don't like, first I don't like their customer service on Oberlo, so I'm never using Oberlo again. Second, Oberlo also overcharges you like by a lot, and it's not necessarily worth it. So that's another reason. And the third reason is because their actual like software and stuff like that, it's not as good as the competitors. I use Dropify for my order fulfillment, and Dropify is way better. It makes products easy. It alerts you. It sends tracking numbers on its own. Um, it makes like the order processing thing actually like automated. You don't have to do as much. compared to Oberlo. So, and it's only $47 a month for your store, whereas Oberlo is $80 a month, and they don't provide all these other functions. Dropify was pretty much the best decision I ever made. Um, I really wish I knew about it when I first started. So since Dropify makes it so easy right now, it's bearable for me to actually just fulfill my orders. If you guys have seen my Instagram stories, you guys can see like how much I'm doing daily. Sometimes I post screenshots of it. For example, yesterday I made like 1.3K on one of my stores, and I only had about 31 orders. So it's not that bad when I'm doing it myself, especially when you're using Dropify. Are Chinese? That's racist. I'm not Chinese just because I'm Asian, but no, I'm not Chinese. I'm actually Hmong. Most of you guys probably don't know what Hmong is, but yeah, but I am Asian. I think I missed the question earlier. So I think someone asked something about the appeal for AliExpress. So the appeal usually lasts about, I don't know, it really depends, but how you can actually how you can actually quicken up the process for AliExpress appeals. You want to go into their chat live support and just keep spamming them, not spam them, but act like you're really angry, saying that you're a dropshipper from US and you need this appeal immediately, da da da, and then they'll tell you to send like some information to them to actually verify your identity. So driver's license, a bank account statement, and the credit card. And you can just block out most of the credit card. And then from there, they're gonna forward your identification to like another department. And within one business day, your actual account is going to get lifted, and you can start fulfilling those orders. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Damn, my nose is like really itchy right now. Can you please make a video on how to make an ad that's for 2018 right now? I already made videos on how to create ads. It's not 2017, 2018, same type of ads. Nothing has changed very much. Video ads like the ones I showed inside my past 3 videos, or my 1,000 Shopify, well, 1 million Shopify store, and the weird product, that $100,000 product. Those are like good examples of like videos you should use when you're advertising. Okay, is it necessary to create a Instagram page for every product we begin to launch? No. So you just want to create an Instagram page for your store. So one store, one page. If you make a new store, you want to make a new Instagram page. How much have you made in total sales since you first started? Somewhere around, I'm not sure, but 40 to like 50. I heard the cha-ching, you gotta sell. Yeah, I did. Not too many people know, like, um, if you're actually getting sales. Well, not too many people know that sound until they actually get their first sale. Would you recommend Dropify? What's Dropify's entry pricing plan? Yes, Dropify is way better than Oberlo. Like I said, Dropify, you can get a free plan, but it's only up to 50 orders, just like Oberlo, but it's only $47 for like max everything, whereas Oberlo's 80 bucks a month, and bad customer service. What else? Oberlo doesn't even send your tracking orders or tracking numbers and stuff like that, where Dropify does. And Dropify makes the actual like order fulfillment way more easier and automated compared to Oberlo, where you have to like click so many times. Yeah, so the PayPal, well, the PayPal, as far as the PayPal thing, if you were on my last live stream, I pretty much just removed it entirely from my store. But there's one thing that I want to tell you guys. So if you're using business PayPal right now, PayPal actually just came out with this new terms of service for business accounts. So by April 19th, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to give them business documents and like your tax ID number, or they're not gonna give you. I believe they're gonna put holds in your account or something like that. Um, if you don't get it by April 19th. So I really recommend you guys to go out there and get your business things sorted. You don't necessarily have to like start an LLC. You can do other things. Like I think you can do like a DBA, or at least get a tax ID number, and then you can use business PayPal. Otherwise, they're gonna hold your money after April 19 because they have a new terms of service. Because Facebook is such a pain. Yeah, exactly, Francisco. There's so many traffic sources out there. Facebook can be a pain, but the thing is, Facebook, it might be a little bit harder than most platforms, but usually when something is more difficult to do, it's going to actually be worth it in the long run. So it really depends. But other traffic sources, yeah, that's what I use and I preach on a lot of my Shopify stores, because what happens if one traffic just completely dies, or like they just like, I don't know, something weird happens and then boom, you're out of business, no income. So you really want to diversify your traffic. um, I use so many traffic sources. I'm not going to reveal them all, but I use Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Google AdWords. And I've actually tested Bing out a little bit, but I haven't found too much success with that. It's similar to Google AdWords, but Bing ads, it gets a lot less searches, depending on which like key words are you actually bidding for. So like I put like all these keywords and stuff like that, but I only get like so many clicks, like 1 or 2 clicks a day. But if you have like the right keywords and the right products, you can definitely use Bing ads if you know how to use it. There is no problem giving them documentation. I'm just saying that you guys want to give PayPal documentation, or they're gonna start holding your money, and a lot of things can come up. I think they can actually like close your PayPal account, business one. How old are you? I am 21 years old. I'm turning 22 in about a month. I know I look pretty young. Let me know what age you guys think I am in the chat. Oh, I just told you guys, but yeah, what age I look like. Let's get this live stream to like 15 likes. Go ahead and like this live stream so more people come in, and the more engagement we get on this live stream, the longer I'll stay and answer any questions you guys might have, or any like video ideas that you guys want me to answer for you guys, like in depth and like step by step, over the shoulder type of thing. If the AliExpress one only selling, I don't know what you mean. So the question was, if AliExpress supplier only sells 20 products per customer, should I still use the product? I don't know what that means. Maybe 20 orders. If it only has 20 orders, I most likely won't even bother with the product, because what I preach is I'm not going out there and trying to like develop a new trend, especially when you're a beginner. It's very, very hard to tell what a winning product might look like. Now I have a pretty good idea of like, oh, is this product gonna work? Or, oh, if this product's not gonna work. So when you're a beginner, you want to like start, go to these stores and gather information on their best-selling products, and then sell those best-selling products, and start using your judgment on products and seeing from past experiences, will this product work for me? Will it be able to sell? Does it have potential? Is it how much money could you potentially make with this product? So for products, I like to rank my products from on 3 scales. I actually learned this from someone else. I forgot who I learned it from, but he was really right about this. But there's three type of products that you have. You have a gold product, a silver product, and a bronze product. Like a bronze product is something you're gonna be making money off of, maybe anywhere from $0 to $10,000. A silver product is 10K to 10K to 99K, and then a golden product, you're gonna make so much money off that, and a golden product is 100K. So yeah, ideally you want to find these golden products, but a lot of the times it'll be harder. But once you start understanding what it takes to have a winning product, you're going to be able to determine if it's a gold, silver, or bronze. What's the way to make customers return to your store? Just emails and retargeting. So you want to retarget them on Facebook, use retargeting ads, use emails, give them exclusive discounts, stuff like that. One thing I do whenever someone orders on my store is that inside the order receipt, where after they purchase, I immediately send them like a little upsell of like pictures of other products on my store that they might be interested in, and I also provide them with a discount code that is only valid for 24 hours, and like I think it's like 20%. So yeah, that's how you get them to come back. If you use Instagram influencers, what engagement rate are you looking for? I like to see 1%. I usually, when I do Instagram influencers, I always recommend 100K to a million followers and at least 1% engagement. The better engagement, the better. You just want to make sure everything's real, the followers are real, the growth is real, the comments are real, everything is real, and the engagement is good. Then you're all good to go. Can you make a video tutorial on how to make Facebook ads? Yeah, I'm planning to do that pretty soon. Let me think. I'm thinking about it, but I might release a Facebook video, how to create Facebook ads video on Saturday, probably. Most likely Saturday or Friday. It really just depends, but I do plan in the future to release Facebook content. Right now, I'm really focusing on Snapchat content because that seems like what people actually like, and it might be a little bit easier. So I don't really know. It really just depends on where I'm trying to take my channel. Okay, this is a great question right here. How has having this business changed your lifestyle? Also, does it make you relieved to have enough income to stabilize how you live? Um, so this business, um, it hasn't changed my lifestyle too much. Um, I'm not. When you're going into business, you shouldn't be focusing on like the lifestyle aspects of like what you're gonna get out of it and stuff like that. But for me, what this business has done for me is like completely changed my mindset. The thing is, when you don't have a lot of money, your mind, I don't know, it plays like tricks on you, and like it makes you think a different way compared to like when you don't have to worry about money, if that makes sense to you guys. That's the most, like the best thing it's done for me. Like it just, when you don't have a lot of money or like any money at all, it just like it blinds you, and it makes you um it forces you to like do bad decisions, and like you don't see stuff clearly. But when you start like having enough money and you don't have to worry about it so much, and um yeah, and you don't have to worry about it so much, you just really see things in a different light. And I think that that's like what I love the most right now. because like let me try and explain that better. Because like you're not coming from like a what's the word, like like a scarce mindset, like, oh, if I spend this, I'm not gonna have anything left, or like, oh, if I'm investing in myself, or if I pay someone $1,000 to teach me, um, I'm not gonna, what if it doesn't work, and all this type of stuff. There's just so many things that like blind you when you don't have money. I'm not saying that I have a lot of money, but yeah, that's what I just think. And since I've been able to make like thousands of dollars online, like once I was able to do that, like pretty much now, like pretty much anything is possible, you know. So that's the biggest thing for me. Let's see, 1818. Hey, that's cool. I turned 23 in a month. What day in April is yours? My birthday is April 10. Let's see if any of you guys remember my birthday when I post a video. Let's see who is the first person to like comment on my video when I post on April 10th. Wow, we have like 20 people watching right now. That's great. Um, how do you build relationships with your supplier? Pretty much you just gotta talk to them. Just message them on AliExpress. Usually they're pretty compliant and they like to respond to you. They like working with US dropshippers a lot and building relationships as well, because you're going to bring them a lot of money that they wouldn't necessarily have if you weren't there. So it's like a um, I scratch your back, you scratch my back type of like relationship. So you want to tell them, hey, get my products out as soon as you can, da da da. But then once you start doing a lot of volume on that one product, you want to start negotiating and ask them for like lower prices, and like a separate link from like the AliExpress, so like you can actually get better profit margins on your products. If you're able to do that, because they want to keep your business and they want to make you happy as well, because they're going to lose a lot of money if you go ahead and change to different suppliers. So that's what I recommend. You might want to like contact them on Skype as well, or WhatsApp or something like that. Get their like actual like phone number or something. That helps build relationships with suppliers from AliExpress. We got a lot of like questions here. Let me just catch up. What is the best place to start testing ads? If so, how many products? One winning product that you see that has competition. Really depends. You can use any type of traffic source you want to. Depends on your budget. Instagram influencers, Facebook ads, Snapchat, they're all good as long as you know how to use them. How long did it take to get your first sale? How do you get sales quick? There's not necessarily a time frame of like how you started getting sales. It really depends on how much time you put in and how much you learn properly how to market your items and set everything up. But for me, it took me about pretty much just a few days, but I wasn't really profitable. Um, but that was like way months ago, like over 6 months ago. But when I started seeing actual success, I would say it took like a good like 1 month of just solid looking at all the researching on YouTube and everywhere, and just trying to like get everything as perfect as I can, and then finally taking action. Press 1 in the chat if you've already taken action so far, because I know that a lot of people, they just consume, and they don't actually ever take any action. So like, what is the point of consuming all this content, spending hours just watching and watching information if you're not actually going to take action? The best way to learn is go out there and start testing stuff and start seeing what actually works for yourself, and not just listening to everybody, like all the people out there. I guess one tip I can give for you guys is that um, when you're starting or when you're learning something brand new, you always want to follow like a plan. So like someone who has already done it and laid all the steps out for you. But then when you're following that plan, you always want to make small changes, very, very small changes, depending on using your best judgment. And that only comes with experience, because I never follow everything step by step or like word by word, because what worked for them or what worked for me might not work for you. So you always have to use your best judgment and see um, where you can change it up, because once you start like adapting those like methods and stuff like that, or like steps, that's when you're gonna really start to see some success. So you want to think for yourself, but follow guidelines, if that makes sense to you guys. Let me know if you guys like the hat. This is like the second time ever I've worn a hat on my channel. I haven't worn a hat on my channel ever since like my first two videos. Let me know if let me know if any of you guys saw my first two videos on YouTube where I was wearing a hat. Press 2 in the chat if you saw those videos. If you guys saw those videos, you guys are probably like the real fam, like that's been here ever since I had like 3 subscribers. It's been quite a long time. Um, and I thank you guys so much if you guys have been, if you're new here, or even if you've been here for a while already. I really appreciate all of you guys, and I really want to like help you guys, but it's difficult to see what like you guys actually need. Whenever I'm trying to come out with content, what I like to think about is like, what did I struggle with the most when I was first starting? And then that's what I try to focus my content around, um, and share that with you. Do you prefer high ticket items or low ticket products? I only sell high ticket products. Low ticket products are very hard to sell now. I used to sell low ticket products, but not anymore. That's like more of like beginner stuff, but even beginners, like I feel like a lot of people, they are afraid to like price their products really high. Um, you'd be surprised how many people actually purchase when you set your prices higher. Because sometimes, one thing about buyer psychology, but not all the time, but sometimes people will like relate the price of the product to the actual quality of the product itself. So let's say you're selling a product for only $10. They're in the consumer's mind, they're thinking, oh, this product is not actually that good. It's only worth $10. I might not buy it, or I'm not expecting too much of a quality product from this place. And then you have another store selling this same exact product for $29.99 or $39.99, and they're like, oh, that's a little bit expensive, but I think it might be worth it, because the price is pretty high, so the quality might actually be better. But in reality, both of the products are the same. Everything is the same. The quality, it's just how you advertise it and how you price your products. So I really want you guys to go out there and start selling higher priced products, and that's going to make advertising costs a lot easier for you guys, because you guys have so much room to work with. So I want to know like how many of you guys are already making like $1,000 a month and up. Type 1K in the chat if you're already making over at least 1,000 or more than $1,000 a month. I just want to see what level you guys are at. What upsell app do you use? I don't use too many upsell apps, but I use frequently bought together. That's a good one, and I use in-cart upsell. Hey Kevin, what do I do so that I can get the capital to open my market and market my store? That is a great question. What I would do is I would go to like these other stores, like I don't know, like these cheap retail stores, like what is like thrift stores or like Dollar Tree, and start getting stuff from there and selling that stuff on eBay. You always find like good things on like in thrift stores and stuff like that. Goodwill. That's what I did, and I tell people all the time on my live streams. What I would do is like I didn't have a job. I quit my job a long time ago. I used to work like at this yogurt shop, but anyways, what I'd do is I'd go on eBay and start selling stuff that I had from stores or stuff that I owned already, make a few $100s, and then test that inside, and then use all that money, test it into Shopify, and then it doesn't work. I go back and repeat the process. I go and find more stuff to sell, and then sell it on eBay, get that money, and invest into my Shopify, and just keep doing that until Shopify actually like worked for me and I broke through. Because you have to like use like um, you have to use other things as a stepping stone. Everybody has to start from somewhere. So like they have to begin at everybody begins at different levels. I guess that's the best way I can put it. And you don't have to like be discouraged if you're starting like at a minimum wage job first, or you're selling on eBay first. You don't have to like jump in right away. Break down your goals. Give a psychology lesson about the customer. Actually, that is a really good idea. Yeah, I think if like I use like a clickbait title, and then share like buyer psychology with you guys, that video might do pretty well. Something like how to get sales quick on Shopify or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna put the title of the video on buyer psychology is gonna be like how to get quick sales on Shopify, not clickbait. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. Just stopping to say hi. Thank you for the Snapchat instruction videos. They are superb. You are very welcome, Jamie. Thanks for stopping by. What what do you do if no influencers in your niche have really engaged followings? Do you directly to Facebook ads? I'm I'm almost positive that every single niche is going to have a engaging Instagram influencer on their page. Well, on Instagram, you really have to dive down deeper, like I said before, or a lot of times. But um, you really have to dive deeper and start thinking outside the box. You want to see who your ideal customers are. You want to write it down on a piece of paper, what they like, what they do, what activities, what hobbies they have, what type of things do they own. You just really want to break it down and try and determine your ideal customer, and then from there you can determine like where they're actually going to be at on like a on Instagram. So instead of being very simple, like, oh, dog lovers, you just find a dog page. What I would do is like, if you had a dog, or if you had a dog store or something like that, I would go to like an exact breed of a dog type of page. So like a pit bull page, or like a I don't know, like a husky page, instead of just like a very generic term. I think a better example would be like if you were selling yoga pants, you don't necessarily just want to like advertise on like a yoga page or something like that. You might want to go to like a fitness page, or a yoga type of exercise page or something like that, or like a what is that word called, a namaste page or something like that. I don't know, but you got to get real creative of like how you're actually marketing. Marketing is very important, and you have to, yeah, it's a really good skill to have. Do you have a job besides dropshipping? No, I don't have a job besides dropshipping. um, this is my full-time job. Well, not necessarily a job, because I love doing this. I spend like 10 to 12 hours every single day, 7 days a week, just doing dropshipping type of material, and then also YouTube, and I also go to school full time. Let's see, Instagram ads or Facebook ads depends on your budget. If you have less budget, go to Instagram. If you have a lot of budget to spend, Facebook is the way to go. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm just trying to catch up on the questions. Um, how often do you live stream? I try to live stream at least once a week, and I think I've done that for the past like 4 or 5 weeks now. It's usually on Tuesday nights, like right now, um, anywhere from 5 to 6 p.m. PST. But I want to start incorporating more live streams, maybe 2 live streams a week or something like that. I'm in April. I'm in April. What was your job before you successfully start dropshipping? So I covered this a little bit just before, but I used to work at a yogurt shop, and I would like swirl people's yogurts and then like put toppings on their yogurt cup. That was like, oh my god, that was like a pain. And then I think I quit back in like December of like, it's been quite a while already. December of like 2014 or 2015. What? Okay, so okay, so great question. So how do you deal with AliExpress putting the actual prices on the actual package when your order arrives? So what I do is I tell well, I've never got a complaint about that before, um, personally, but what I've done is on the order notes of the AliExpress, I always tell them to like blindly dropship this item and to not provide any promotions or offers and stuff like that inside the package. So just gonna repeat that: blindly dropship this item. So what they're actually gonna do is they're gonna like permanent marker out like most of the information or the prices on the actual package. And another thing that I've heard that people do is that when customers complain about that, you just tell them that um, tell them that those prices are listed there so that we can offer you guys free shipping, free worldwide shipping. So I think that's a pretty good idea as well. So I hope that helps your question or helps answer your question for you. More and more fake, fake, fake. Yes, there are a lot of fake Instagram pages. What inspired you to start your own online business? It's a pretty like generic story, nothing very unique about it, but was broke, didn't have much money left, thought about getting a minimum wage job again, but I always knew I don't want to do that. So I actually yeah, so that's pretty much why I got to online business. I might as well try it. Why not? I've accomplished a few things before, so like, why won't this work if, why wouldn't it work if I put in enough time into it? So I was actually doing job interviews and like going to like all these places to like get interviews, walk-ins, and dressing up. The same time I was doing drop shipping, everything at once. Then I was, because I really needed to fund my drop shipping business. But then I didn't hear back from most of these jobs, and then what happened was it's funny how this happened, but what happened was I started seeing success on Shopify, and I started making like $200 a day for like 3 or 4 days straight. And then like these job or like these workplaces that I applied to, they started hitting me up, which I just kind of think was funny. And then like I would go places and they would ask me, "Hey, are you looking for a job? Do you have a job right now?" And I was like, that's pretty funny how like, you know, I started seeing success, and then boom, other opportunities come, and I was like, no, 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 I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go back to like this job or something like that. Right when I started seeing some success, I'm gonna double down on myself and make this thing really work. Do you think fake jewelry will sell? I don't think so. I don't like selling jewelry or like bracelets or stuff like that. I never preach those products. It's just not sustainable, and really, you can't give your customers a good reason to purchase. And I know a lot of people sell like jewelry, watches, and bracelets, and then they're like, why isn't this working and stuff like that. But you guys have to know that most of these products that people actually show you on YouTube and stuff like that aren't necessarily the products that are selling or that will sell good. But before I've released like plenty of products that sold good and stuff like that. But you guys really have to like understand what type of product and like why these products sell so well, and then try and go find products similar to that. uh, can you answer a question? PayPal skipped careers question. Okay, let me check real quick. There's so many questions. So you don't want to give PayPal your document? What's the issue? I don't get it. 40% of customers come with PayPal pairs. It's huge. What are you talking about? I am giving PayPal my documents. Okay. I was just saying that people should give their documents or like business details, tax ID, and stuff like that to PayPal. Um, what are your goals for 2018? So if you see right here, let me see. Right here, these are my 3 goals right here. 1, 2, 3. I broke them down to smaller goals, but well, like I have like a really really big goal, and then like a medium sized goal, and then like a small goal. So I'm gonna tell you guys like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys two actual goals from right there. So I don't know, it's kind of like random, but I just like posted there, so like every single day I wake up, I can just go ahead and read those goals and like start like I don't know, creating like well, it keeps me in check first of all, and it's just like start making it a reality. So one of my goals right there is to get 20,000 subscribers by April. Um, I just aim really, really high, and I like to aim high, and I know I'm like below like 1,000 right now, but I just like to aim high because what I do is I always aim higher than like I know that I'm actually gonna get. That way, I'm going to like land somewhere right in the middle or like close in between. Because when you set your goals really low, you're gonna accomplish that goal and like only like reach that goal, and you won't go any further. So that's why I like to set my goals really really high. And my second goal, right here, is to make $1 million in revenue in 2018. How much money do you recommend to start with? I did a video on that. If you want to check it out, one of my past videos, I tell you exactly how much to start with, but I recommend $200 to $400. Today is my birthday. I'm just turning 18. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mode. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. How did you learn Facebook ads and dropshipping? Mostly just through consuming content and going out there and testing everything for myself, seeing what works. Using like the content from YouTube months ago, where like the content wasn't even like as good as it is now. Like today, people are putting so much good content out there compared to like when I first started. But yeah, just consuming content and going out there and actually testing. I think that's the biggest like sticking point that people don't do. How to dropship from Amazon? I have no idea. Never done it. I made a general clothing store. You think that's recommended? No, I don't necessarily like selling clothing at all. The sizing on AliExpress is very, very different. So And I heard like a lot of people have problems with sizing on AliExpress. Print on demand is good, but I don't know how to do that. The hate is good, dude. You look perfectly fine. Uh, the hat, a Brett would be more elegant. Yeah, I look hella funny inside a Brett though. I don't have one too. Send me a Brett to my PO box, and I'll wear it for you. Just kidding. Yeah, boy, tutu. So I forgot what two means. Somebody remind me what I told you guys to type two for. Oh yeah, I remember now. So the the people who type two are the people who like watched my very first videos. So yeah, I like that hat. Look on you better. And yes, I remember those videos. LOL too. Yeah, pretty cringy. I had to go rewatch all your videos. They're awesome, dude. Keep it up. Thank you so much. What's a good price point to use? I like products 19.99 to like 49.99. Stop answering the basic repetitive questions. Just refer them to your videos you did on them. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't necessarily I don't necessarily like answering the same exact questions all the time, but since I am a YouTuber and I do live stream, like I'm expected to like answer the question, so I just go ahead and do it anyway. And because my audience is like new every single time I'm like going live or like people are watching my videos, so yeah, sometimes if they want to like a quick question answered, I'll answer and then I'll just refer them to like my past videos where I went very in depth in it. I wish. Would you ever do one-on-one if you were to get paid for mentoring? Yup. Um, if you want to know about that, just DM me on Instagram, and then we can talk. My Instagram is inside the description right here. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. So I recently started a Facebook group. If you guys don't know that already, make sure to join that as well because I do post exclusive content in there. I actually planned to post like earlier today, but then I don't know. I had like some stuff happen, so like I didn't post there. Um, how do we wait? How do we make 1 million people go down on pricing because Instagram accounts have? So watch my negotiation video on Instagram influencers. Yeah, that's like the best way to actually negotiate with them. If you don't think like your price or the price they're charging you for their shout outs is worth it, then don't buy it. If they don't negotiate with you, then don't buy it. Just move on to someone else. There's plenty of pages that are willing to like take your money or like yeah, take your money. Um, Kev, I have to go now. Do you keep up the good work? Hey, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, Ronnie. Um, what Shopify apps do we need? Yeah, so many apps. I can't name them all. I'll recommend Dropify. Yeah, just so many apps. I can't think of them on the top of my head right now. How much are you willing to pay for 100K and up Instagram influencer? So 100K, so 100 to like 500K, I'll pay anywhere from 20 to like $60, and anywhere up from there, like a million or like 600, 700K, 800K, 900K, I'll start paying more. It really just depends. Sometimes they give you good offers, or like if you negotiate really well, um, you can get like good deals. But for those bigger pages, you're definitely expected to pay more, like $100, 120, 150. But don't go to those pages if you're not experienced in negotiating and using Instagram influencers first, because it's going to be a big investment and you don't know if like it's going to make you a return, a good return. Um, yeah, thoughts on a sunglasses store. I don't necessarily think it's a good idea. The product's not that good. it's kind of basic. Like it's also like basic like a watch. So like a watch, a sunglass store, not there's not that much variety. Um, Anybody could just come in and like take your products and like even if like they're not even really selling, because like you can just go somewhere else and get the actual exact same sunglasses. What do you study in school? What you go to school for? I go to school for econ, but don't tell anybody. But going to be um, I'm going to be taking a leave pretty soon. Um, Pretty soon here. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. It's just never been for me. I don't even learn that much there, but it's funny because in my like econ classes, we're talking about like all these hypothetical situations, but then like all these situations are not even practical. They're all assuming that everything's like in a perfect market competition and stuff like that, but that is not true in the business world. And like I actually have to like figure out all these details and like stuff like that like today for like pricing of my products and like how much I should like put out there, how much should I spend on advertising, just a lot of things. And like these classes don't really help at all. When you're scaling up to $20 ad sets from $5, what ROAS are you looking for to deem it successful? So I never start in an ad set at $5, a web conversion ad set at $5. You can either do $25 or you can do $40 for a website conversion ad. That's what I like to do. Usually, so Facebook takes 2 to 3 days to actually optimize, like start adjusting. So it really depends. I like to start at $40 a day, and then what from there I would what is it? I'm trying to think. So I like to start. Oh, okay. I forgot your question for a second. So I like to start $40 a day, and then for the ROAS, I like to see at least 2.5 before I even start increasing the budget by a little bit. Sometimes your ads won't do well on the first day, so it really depends if like you should leave it on for like the second day. But most of the ads that are not profitable on the first day, I'll kill them right away. It really depends on the metrics you're looking at. What I like to look at is how much people actually engaged, and like did people add to cart, did people try and initiate checkout, because sometimes you can get a lot of like website view contents, and then and you'll get like 3 or 4 initiate checkouts, but they actually didn't check out. So that's a very good sign. In that case, I might actually leave on my ad for another day or for another 24 hours and see what happens. And usually what happened is either it doesn't work or it works really, really well, and you start making some sales on it, and then I would just like, yeah, start increasing the budget from there. Did your parents annoy you when you started? You want to start your own business? No, not necessarily. I didn't really tell anybody at all what I was doing, or like what actually happened, or like stuff like that. Um, what I originally had planned was like I would go ahead and do this, and then let the results speak for themselves. I'm not gonna be one of those people who like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna do this, and someday I'm gonna have this, someday I'm gonna be successful, someday I'm gonna own my own business. Those type of people, like most of those people don't actually end up doing that. So I don't like telling most people my goals, even family, because I just like to let the results speak for themselves. Hey Kevin, just want to say hi, just tuned in. Hi, how's it going? Sorry if my questions were repetitive. It's fine. I don't mind answering repetitive questions. Is it possible to make 20K a month drop shipping as a 16-year-old? Yeah. There's actually kids out there making like outdoing me. That's like one of the like biggest drivers I had, like seeing these 15, 16, 17, 18 year olds like outdoing me. I was like, what the, if they can do this, I better catch up and start doing this as well. Like these 16-year-olds are doing like crazy amounts of numbers, like 100K a month, or like 90K a month, 50K a month, 60K a month. It's crazy. So yeah, you can easily make 20K a month dropshipping as a 16-year-old. Have you invested in cryptocurrencies and stock market? Yes, a little bit. Invested in both, but not too much. And the reasoning behind that is because since I am really good with Shopify dropshipping, that's where I'm going to invest most of my money, because I know what I can actually do with my money. So why would I invest so much money into something I wasn't really informed in? Why not just put all my money, or like not all my money, but like a lot of my like investments into what I know, and try and like triple it or double it. That's what I do. I focus on mastery. I don't like to spread myself too thin off across everything, but building multiple streams of income is a good way to become wealthy. What apps do you use for retargeting? Abandonment cart. How do you know what to mark up your prices? I don't use apps for retargeting. I just do retargeting ads on Facebook. For abandoned cart, I never really like seen too good of success with abandonment cart email apps, but I used to use this one app called Abandonment Cart or Abandonment Protector or something like that. I think it's like $8 a month. Let's see here. And how do you know how to price up your products? You look at your competitors and see what they're selling it for, and then you sell it either for, and you determine what you want to sell it for, pretty much. Depending on how good your marketing is, you might be able to sell it for like $10 more. But if you're not that good at marketing, you can sell it the same, or sorry, or just a little bit lower. So we've been live for like 1 hour already. Probably gonna get off in about 10 to 15 minutes. A lot of people here watching though. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and answer some more questions. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you guys. I feel like I talk really fast sometimes. Good niches. Every niche is a good niche. Do not discriminate against a niche. Let's see.
Kevin.
I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, where were we? Let's see here. Just pretend like none of that ever happened. Let's see here. Mm. Yes, I wish I knew about e-commerce before 4 years of college. College, yeah, I don't know. College is not necessarily that bad of a, I don't know. I don't want to give my opinion on college. Yeah. Do you ship internationally or just USA? I ship to every single country. Are there any free traffic sources? I don't like using traffic source, free traffic because said this a lot of times, but I don't use free traffic because it's not sustainable and you never know when that income is coming in because it's very, very random and unpredictable. Why not just master paid traffic? Put $1 in, and every single time you know for sure it's going to bring you in $3. So master paid traffic, and you're always going to have some type of income. So let's see, 500K followers for 24 hours, 8 engagement. 8% engagement is pretty high, but $80, it's not that bad, but it really depends on what product you're selling, man. It might be worth it. I would definitely try and negotiate more. Usually for 12-hour posts, it'd be like at least 60 or 70% of the price they give you first. Not, you can't necessarily cut it in half. So 60 to $70, I would try and go for there. If you think it's gonna work, then yeah, I would go ahead and buy it. What was your budget when you started dropshipping? I spent hundreds of dollars trying to learn dropshipping. Didn't really have a budget. I just invested all the money I had into dropshipping pretty much. And then after like using maybe like $800 to $1,000, I finally learned or broke through. Game Boy case, good right now. The one you can play. No, Game Boy is like um, Game Boy has like a copyright or trademark. You can't use it. If you were going to sell that product, you can't like use the actual name like Game Boy or something like that, or Shopify is going to shut down your store. Okay, so let's see here. So we're gonna answer the two best questions before I get off tonight. Been live for an hour and 12 minutes so far. The best two questions will be answered fully in depth, and then it will conclude today's live stream. So go ahead and ask your last minute questions right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick like the questions that I think that will help the most people. We got 20 people viewing right now. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. There's only like 2 questions here. How long did it take to break through? There's not a certain time limit or like time frame of like when you're actually gonna break through. It's different from everybody. There's no set time that you can put on it. There really isn't. So I would just keep going and going until you finally break through. That is the best advice I can give you, because if you've ever accomplished anything or like worked on something for a long time, you know that in the end, you're always going to like, do it good, or like have like a good project done, or have like accomplished something when you put in so much time into it. So as anything, when you first start, you're gonna suck at it, but the more time you put in, the more productive and good quality hours you put in, the quicker you're going to be able to succeed. So the questions are pretty much dying. Questions are pretty much dying now, so I think this is a good time to conclude today's live stream. I want to thank all of you guys so much for coming, tuning in into the live stream. We're about to hit 1,000 subscribers here pretty soon in the next few days or so. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. If you guys have any questions or you guys have any good video ideas, make sure to hit up my DMs on Instagram. Join the private Facebook group for exclusive content. If you guys like these live streams and want me to do more, just let me know. Press 1 in the chat. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for coming. Peace. See you guys tomorrow.